Hi everybody! Today we're going to be learning about homeostasis in relation to thyroid hormone, which controls our body's digestive system by regulating metabolic rates. First, we will begin with explaining the concept of homeostasis. Homeostasis is referred to as the ability or tendency to maintain internal stability in an organism to compensate for environmental changes. Today we're going to be focusing on the process of homeostasis triggered by the thyroid gland, which brings significant impacts to our body's digestive system. The thyroid gland locates at the anterior base of your neck. It's a butterfly-shaped organ that releases hormone which control body's metabolism. It also belongs to the endocrine system, which produces, stores, and releases hormone into the circulatory bloodstream so that all cells in human bodies can be reached. There are two main types of hormone produced by thyroid, triiodine and thyroxine, which are also referred to as T3 and T4. However, these thyroid hormones have to be controlled by their superior commanders. If your hypothalamus is the general of the endocrine system, then your pituitary gland must be the first lieutenant. The thyroid gland has to obey the general's order delivered by the first lieutenant. During the process, hypothalamus produces TSH releasing hormone, which signals the pituitary gland to instruct the thyroid gland through releasing its thyroid stimulating hormone. When T3 and T4 levels are too low in blood, the pituitary gland releases more TSH to tell the thyroid gland to produce more hormones. One example would be iodine deficiency. Iodine deficiency is a very commonly seen disease in inland areas where iodine is inadequate in people's daily diet. Since the thyroid gland relies on iodine from food to make its own hormone, a lack of iodine intake will lead to insufficient T3 and T4 hormones in blood, which causes lower metabolism in the digestive system. However, due to the mechanism of homeostasis, the thyroid gland will enlarge itself in order to produce a sufficient amount of thyroid hormone to sustain metabolic rate. This mechanism as well will lead to disorders such as hypothyroidism. In this case, the thyroid gland sends out too few hormones to instruct cells to consume nutrients and oxygen, causing symptoms in weight gain, sluggishness, sensitivity to cold, and swollen joints. If T3 and T4 levels are too high, the pituitary gland releases less TSH to the thyroid gland in order to slow production of these hormones. This happens in conditions when our bodies go through starvation and malnutrition. In these conditions, an inadequate ingestion of nutrients cannot sustain our body's normal metabolic rate. This is when the original amount of T3 and T4 in blood causes instability in our internal environment by overloading the cells with instructions to consume nutrients and oxygen. The pituitary gland senses the need to lower thyroid hormone level, thus it sends less TSH to the thyroid gland. This process results in an obvious decrease in T3 hormone and a slight decrease in T4. However, in some conditions, the thyroid gland refuses to listen to the pituitary gland signal and insists on producing even more thyroid hormones when our bodies need less. Such revolt in the endocrine system will lead to problems such as hyperthyroidism, during which the patient has an overly active metabolism which causes symptoms such as constant hunger, rapid weight loss, and faster heartbeats. Fortunately, there are lots of ways to restore thyroid's normal activities again. Through medical treatment such as taking radioactive iodine and antithyroid medication, patients now can slow down their metabolic rates by limiting the release of thyroid hormones. Similarly, patients with hypothyroidism can use synthetic thyroid hormone levothyroxine to restore adequate hormone levels. That's all for the lesson on homeostasis in relation to thyroid hormone and metabolism. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.